Hey, what's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Lil King, Riding High Podcast, Riding High with DJ Lil King, you know what I'm saying? We got a special guest today, you know what I'm saying? My dude, been knowing him for about 16, 17 years, you know what I'm saying? Shit, whenever I met him, it was on some music DJ type shit. I don't know him from nothing else other than music type shit, you know what I'm saying? On some real shit, man. From Corpus Christi, man, I used to hear his name on the radio station all the time, and you know what I'm saying? I never knew who he was. I didn't know if he was Mexican. I didn't know if he was black. I didn't know if he was goddamn white. I didn't know if he was Arabian. He could have been Asian for all I knew, but I just knew this was a name I used to hear on the radio station all the time. What was it 102.9 The Bomb, man? Goddamn, taking y'all back, man. Yeah. Man, y'all give it up for my dog, DJ Hurricane.
What it do, Riding High, what it do out there. Y'all know what it is, man. The originator. And the others out there, it's the originator of this stuff.
Man, before we even start, I was gonna tell you before we started, but I forgot. So can we get an old school DJ Hurricane 102.9 The Bomb drop as if Riding High was in the studio for an interview?
Okay. So we're doing Riding High tonight. Okay.
Do it like we at the bomb, no. Like do it like we at the bomb right now. Riding High is at the bomb right now. DJ Hurricane's on the motherfucking mic, on the mix. Do it like that, man.
Blazing Hip Hop and R&B 102.9, man. It's going down, man. It's the shit everybody's talking about. Wednesday night, your boy DJ Hurricane, Riding High Podcast is going to be live in the building at the studios, man. You want to check us out, do what it do. You know we may have some freaks in there. You know it's going to be some smoke going down. So tune in. It's going down. 102.9 The Bomb. It's your boy DJ Hurricane, man. We out there. Let's get it.
Hey, man. God damn, man. Hey, man. For damn sure. Hey, for those that don't know, because I don't even know myself, we finna get to learn your story, you know what I'm saying? I think I met you through Mars Uno, if I ain't mistaken, in Crestmont, you know what I'm saying? I think you was with Crack, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, my whole RP Crack.
Yeah, we gonna get to all that, man. Let's take it back to the beginning. Where is DJ Hurricane from?
Hurricane is from, originally I'm from Corpus, but I grew up in Houston. Okay. So my family originates back and forth, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm all over Texas, but home was Houston, but Corpus was, you know what I mean, like second type home. But I stayed down here, and more family was here. Pop started working here, so it was like we only went back to Houston when we had that free time, like how it was back in the day when family take off, go back, you stay up there, summertime, you come back. Like, so I was on a whole nother level of music, even going back home and doing things from the church to just radio, listening to everybody, and then growing the streets. You always hear the slabs bumping everybody's stuff and doing what they do. So when you came to Corpus, it was like, it's a whole nother thing down here. Ain't nobody really doing it.
So, did you go to elementary school? Where'd you go to elementary school at?
Elementary, I went to Smith here.
Okay.
I left 4th grade, went to Sam Houston, went back to Houston, got in some trouble.
Already.
Came back, and then went to Haas, then left for a little while, then went to King.
Already.
Then everybody got in some trouble over at King because they didn't like me in general. So we went over to Carroll and finished out there at Carroll.
Already.
So that's how we met everybody, and everybody knew us from the Crestmont areas and doing everything like we did back in the day with everybody.
Hell yeah. So growing up, like, would you have like any siblings and stuff?
I got, I got 5 brothers and 1 sister.
Damn. And that's what by your mama and your daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a big goddamn family, like a motherfucker. Shit.
Oh yeah, trust me. They think that whole life story, what they see on TV about siblings sharing rooms and hand-me-down clothes. No, that shit is for real. We did that growing up.
So what number are you within the 6?
I am
the oldest, the youngest, the middle.
I'm the 4th boy. So
out of all 6 kids, what's your number?
I'm the 5th.
Damn, so you the second to the last?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm the oldest of the young crew, but I'm the
really?
You know what I mean, the youngest of all of them, like that. And then we got my little baby brother underneath me.
Hell yeah. What side of town is y'all living on here in Corpus?
North side, Minton, Palm, Stillman, all in that area. And then we moved to the south side when they started moving everybody out back in the day. We stayed out there on Ryan and Rodfield, right there where the Century Theaters, before Century Theaters.
Oh, yeah. It
was Briarwood Apartments and that big ditch and everything. Mm-hmm. That's where we stayed at right there. And then once I got of age to move around, I stayed every part of town you could think of. And then
when did At what part? What age did you live like on the north side?
All the way until till I was 10, 11 years old.
But you never went to school over there?
No.
So y'all would live in like what Hillcrest or Northside?
Yeah,
What was it? Hillcrest?
It was Hillcrest.
But you never went to school over there?
Mm-mm. But I had family and everything. But I wanted to go to Miller. I wanted to go. All my family members graduated from Miller.
Okay.
Besides one, my aunt, she went to Carroll. But everybody grew up Miller, and that's all we knew. Miller, Buck.
But I'm saying even as far as like elementary. So you was like in elementary, living in Northside, living in Hillcrest, but going to school
on the good side.
Damn, that's crazy. Was it a reason that your people like did they not want you going to school? Like did they think like the neighborhood kids were like bad or something like that?
No, it wasn't hell. No, half the neighborhood kids was family and cousins. So
oh, shit.
No, it was. To this day, I have no explanation for it. It's just you don't question when your father tell you do something back then. You don't question it because it's either you gonna get a hole in your chest, or you just not gonna get no answer out of nobody.
Hell yeah.
So, but when the middle school wise, I did try to go to Driscoll, but at that time, that's when they had the hurricane, people from Louisiana coming over here back then, and everybody was switching over different districts of school.
So what's your graduation class? Because I remember when that hurricane shit came. That shit came like in 2002, and I was like a junior in high school.
Yeah,
that
I was. I was.
You were still in middle school then?
No. We were going from. I'm saying when all that. From the Driscoll area, from all them coming over here.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's what switches over. So when I left Corpus, it was after 6th grade. And 6th grade, I started going to Haas because that was right after the whole hurricane. So that stuff.
Already.
So after that, that's when I continued. We moved up from north side. We moved over to the south. So
already.
And then back and forth. That's when I was in and out of Corpus going to Houston. So
what was it like? Did you? Like, let me see. The difference in living on the north side in the Hillcrest area, but then moving to the south side.
It was a big, big difference. It was like when we first moved, I felt out of place. Because you don't see the people, you don't see the things that you would see in the hood with everybody of chopping up and just playing in the streets, of doing like how we did.
Yeah,
they had it over here on the south, but it was like if they didn't know you, they just stayed away from
you. Yeah. Especially being black on the south. Shit, back in them days.
And back then, I don't dress me. I got more fights of being the racist cards on the south side more than I did in my own hood.
God damn.
I had to fight a little boy's daddy, and then my daddy had to whoop his ass.
Oh no, nah, we can't just skip through that. Hold on, how old are you at this point? And this is when y'all had first moved to the south side?
Yeah. I just came back. We just out of 8th grade. Matter of fact, 8th grade. I'm walking home and passing the Taco Bell. One of my homeboys right there, he yells out something. And I can't remember what it was, what the dude said, but it was one of our friends. But this white boy that was walking behind us says, yeah, this N-word loves them dudes. What? Okay, so we just...
And y'all going to Haas?
Yeah. So we walking home. So when we get to the house, now mind you, the dude stays like 3 streets down. So we stayed right here on the corner, and he stays 3 streets this way. So we going to the park, and he goes, yeah. So found out you a in baby.
Why? Because you was bright, so they didn't know that you was black like that.
They didn't know that.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I'm happy.
Was he old? He was same age as you and shit or what?
No, he was a little bit older.
Oh, really?
So he's saying all these things. I'm like, man, my daddy, you know what I mean? My daddy told us don't never back down from nothing. If you believe in, don't back down. And even if you get in trouble.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If you in the right, I'm going to stand behind you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So we get to playing at the park. Next thing I know, he goes, man, F you, Nick. Oh, we start going. We start squabbling.
God damn.
So somebody runs and gets his daddy. Now at this time, his dad is about 5'5". One of them old white men that drink beer when he get out of work.
Yeah.
Shirt all unbuttoned, one hang his belly out so he come up, why you fighting my boys? Out this, out that. And tends to swing off on me.
What the fuck?
Now, mind you, my dad could see where we are from the, you know what I mean, from looking outside, he can see across the street to the park and see us.
Yeah.
So my dad just move across the street, and all I got to say is this nigga ended up in the trash can. Pops threw that nigga head in the trash can.
God damn.
Because you're not gonna sit there and start nothing with nothing. You got a group of kids, and
so you fought the little kid.
Fought the kid. Swung off on the daddy. My daddy had to
his daddy saw y'all fighting, or how did he went and ran and got his daddy or something?
Somebody went and got his daddy. I guess his little sibling or something.
Oh, really? I would say
another little white kid ran and got
Trevor's
his
down
daddy.
Here fighting, Dad.
Yeah. At the time, his name was Sean.
Already.
Sean, the typical little white boy, Sean, skater on the south side. That's when them Heelys and all that crap was out and about. They thought they was bad.
God damn.
So right then and there, it was like I knew it was gonna be tough growing up. Regardless of what you are, who you know, and whatever. And
then going from north side to where it's basically like a whole bunch of blacks and Mexicans to moving to an area where it's mainly white people. It's a little bit of Mexicans, and then
like
blacks
a sprinkle.
is like scared.
It's a sprinkle, and this is before everybody started moving to the south. So mind you, this is before when all them houses and development and Saratoga and
back in them days, people don't understand. Like, bro, being in Corpus Christi, like living on the black. If you being black and living like on that side of town, it was almost like. People I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like people on the like west or from like the north, like, because that's where all the black folks was from. So they kind of like, oh, you think you better than us now.
Think you better than
y'all
us.
Y'all done moved to the south side. You know
it wasn't better.
Like,
it was just, hey, it is what it is. It wasn't nobody getting better. It was just if you was able to provide for your family, get something better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We doing it now where everybody's still hating, so it ain't nothing changed from back then. It's still the same. It's just bigger houses and more things. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, we grew up in that whole. What this diverse stuff is now, it was a lot worse back then, which y'all think it is. Yeah. Like I said, when you got shunned upon leaving the hood and going to the south side, or you sold out.
Yep, hell yeah.
Sold out. I ain't sell out nothing. I didn't sell out. I'm the one with the money. My mom and daddy went and got the jobs. You know what I'm saying? So it was like.
So you go to, this is in 6th grade, you're at house. When do you leave house?
I left house right after 8th. Right after 8th grade, I left.
And that's when you went to
Houston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went up to Houston. I was up there. I stayed there a year, and then came back. Because my grandmother ended up passing, so that's why I came back. And
how long was you at Houston for that stint? Like, what school did you go to over there? You said Houston?
Yeah, I was at Sam Houston, at the actual Sam Houston.
Sam Houston High School in Houston already.
Yeah. And then I left there.
How long did you do at Sam Houston?
A year
So
almost.
You did your whole freshman year there?
Yeah.
And then you come back with like summer of like going to 10th grade?
I came back on some real shit. I came back 2 days before Corpus started school.
What? God damn.
2 days before Corpus started school, and I was mad as hell. Didn't want to come back.
Damn.
But it was like at that time, I have no say-so in things. I got to do what they tell me. So I came back and then started at King. I wanted to go to Miller so bad. I fought for it. I even tried to put people I knew, you know what I mean, on this side of town still, you know what I mean? Let them use their address, but yeah, they wasn't falling for that one at that time. So
and your people's probably at that time, because whenever you come back from Houston, where are you living at?
At that time,
are you still living over there on Ryan Street?
Yeah. My mom and them, they were still living on Ryan.
So there was no way they was finna let you go all the way from.
Yeah, because my daddy wasn't driving. Man, my daddy wasn't driving from the south all the way to the Hillcrest, and then every day to pick me up. And no, he wasn't doing that. Yeah. So it is what it was. So I finished.
Did you play any sports or anything in school?
Basketball and football. Basketball.
What school?
I played basketball at King.
Oh, really?
And then I played 2 years with Coach Bell at Carroll.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. The infamous Coach Bell.
Fucking bitch ass Coach Bell. God damn.
Hey, if anybody know that nigga, man, they know that was one of the racist coaches Corpus Christi ever had.
He was on some straight bullshit. That's what I tell people all the time. People are like, bro, you did play basketball in high school? I'm like, bro.
He got mad because I had a chin strap. Told me I was an unprofessional if I had hair on my face. I looked like a hoodlum.
And I hated that nigga, one of his rules was you had to wear like long socks.
Yes.
That was some bitch ass shit right there.
Long socks, and you had this before they meet the Titans when they had dressed up in them ties suit. This is what Coach Bell wanted you to do. Nah, we not falling for that. My mom was like, "You're not messing up your good clothes."
Yeah, that was some straight bullshit. Hell yeah. So growing up, like, what type of music do you remember being played in the house with your parents?
Man, my house, it was everything from James Brown to my daddy. You gotta remember, my mom. If everybody don't understand this, what I say, my mama's half. Or I'm a half breed. My mama's white, my daddy black.
Okay.
So.
What your mama half what?
My mom was half white and half black.
Okay.
So.
And your daddy full black?
Yeah, daddy full black. Mom.
Who's your peoples that here in Corpus? Like the Browns?
Yeah, the Browns, the Greenwoods, the Thomases. You know what I mean? Anybody you could think of, the Ramseys, like a
really?
So it's I got family members everywhere and everywhere in Corpus. So growing up, it was listening to the old school, like the Luther Vandross, the Teddy Pendergrass, the I'll Be Sure, the Portrait, the Michael Jackson. Then you heard the LL, the rap, you know what I mean, the NWA. And at this time, this is cassettes and CDs we listening to and big vinyls back then.
Yeah. Yeah, them cassettes was a motherfucker. Camelot Music.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So my mom and them, everybody remember when the entertainment center started coming out, when you had your TV underneath, you had one side where all the junk was and the videotapes, the VCRs, and then one side was all the music, the CDs and the cassettes, all right there where they knew what they wanted to play or listen to. They pop it in.
Yeah.
That's how it was. So, but growing up, Saturday, my mom would pop her Portrait or she would pop in some New Edition and Bobby Brown and do things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like I grew up listening to all types of music. And then you hear the rock, you hear the metal. Like that's one thing everybody knows about me. I can listen to Tejano, cumbias, you know what I mean, salsas, rap, R&B, hip hop, but I just can't get into that heavy metal stuff. I'm not into that. We didn't even grow up around rock music like that.
Yeah, that's how it was in my household. We just listened to goddamn straight up goddamn R&B, rap, soul, shit like that.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was soul.
Like
it was soul music or stuff that got you happy. You know what I mean? It wasn't stuff or. And one thing, all my family is nothing but pastors. So you best believe it was gospel music always in that house.
Even back in those days, man, that hardcore rock shit was almost looked at as like devil
worship music. Yeah. We didn't have that. So growing up in the house with a pastor and all your uncles are in the ministry and you better not play no rock in that house.
Yeah. God damn, man. Fucking so you went to King first, and then you left King, and then you went to Carroll, and then you say you finished at Carroll.
Yeah.
When did you first start fucking with music of any sort? Not even just like DJing. Maybe your homie had a karaoke machine. Y'all was fucking around there or something like that.
The very first time, shout out to my big brother Brian.
Okay.
He used to have a little label called Street King Entertainment. And back then, how we doing our little things now, they did this back in the Gap when they used no computers. We was just pressing them.
Oh, analog and shit like that.
Analog. We recording things on them big stereos, you know what I mean? Hitting the record on the set, the cassettes. And one of my first things was being on his intro. So to start off his CD, it was like, who was
he rapping with, like his homeboys and shit like that?
Yeah, he was.
But you were like, how many years younger than him was you?
Oh shit, my brother. I'm talking about. I was not even. I want to say fourth grade, fifth grade. So
and what they already out of school?
Yeah,
and shit?
my older brother was. He's already graduated out of Miller and everything like that. So
and they're doing music, and he tries to get you to hop on the intro. Damn.
So it's like it was like the little kid. You know what I mean? Jumping on the little track like how they do.
Like the way Snoop Dogg did back in the day with the Bow Wow
Yeah, with
shit.
the Bow Wow stuff. So it was like, back then, that was just the start of it, jumping on them. Then I would be in the studio with them when they would write things and beats and things. And then when we go to Houston, I have family that did music, or you would never know whose aunt is who in the church. I would be like, hey, such is my nephew, like this and that. So before I even knew a lot of these artists, like ESG, his aunt was part of my aunt's Bible studies.
Over there in H-Town. Yeah.
So it was like I got to see them and go different things when they would do their little shows and stuff. And then when my brother and them back then, when artists nowadays, like we always talk about, they don't do that traveling and putting that work in.
Yeah, the footwork.
Back then, my brother and them used to go. They used to go to the relays. They used to go to the back then the. What do you call them? It was in
Kappa
Houston.
Beach
the
party,
Kappa, the Kappas,
like
and stuff like that. So it was like you put yourself out there, you put your tape out there and did everything. So we started doing that with them. But when I really wanted to start focusing with it was when I say I am a sophomore. I'm a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
Somebody I knew was a DJ. His name was Mike Gonzalez. And he worked for this company called ProLogic Sound and Lights. And they were the DJs that did house parties.
Weddings and shit like that already. Like
so,
some professional DJ come, they gonna pull up with a truck with a trailer.
Nigga, when you talking about, I was that grunt. I was the grunt for this company. This is before I even worked with him. So I got to talking to him. We started hanging out. You know what I mean? Like figured out we had a lot in common.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, would you like to do the Beach to Bay with me? Now, this is when we used to set up. Beach to Bay was right there in the Coliseum when they went down Ocean Drive all the way where they used to have Beach to Bay, the Bay Ball Ballyhoo.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I DJ'd a Bay Ball Ballyhoo one year with them. So I would go out there and I would watch him. And this is no laptops. This is CDJs. You putting CDs in and playing your stuff. Ain't no, you know what I mean, learning like that or seeing your screen what we did. So after a while, it was like, hey, do you want to start working with us? So it was like, yeah.
So you would just basically at first just doing it for free.
Yeah. Now don't get me wrong. Where they went, if they had a show out of town in Austin or whatever, I stayed with them in the hotel.
Yeah.
And
but it was just basically you were almost like just like a protege. You just learn when you ain't getting paid. Just
I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid the big bucks like they did at that time.
Yeah.
Like say they show was a big show. I got $100 out of it because I loaded up the trailer.
Already.
You know what I mean? So I got something in my pocket, but it wasn't nothing like how we doing like how we do. You know what I mean? So it was like, you can still say it was the grunt work and intern because that $50 didn't do
that's what I'm
shit.
basically like an intern.
Yeah. But from there, I learned how to set up lights. I knew about the sound. I knew about the amps. I knew how to fix amps. I knew how to run your stuff for you. And then just gradually getting better and DJing, listen to different DJs do how they do, like DJ Twinkie, Dragon.
What would these dudes specialize in? I'm guessing they were like Tejano style DJs, and they just played everything.
They had it was a group of back then it was a group of 10 of them at first.
Okay.
And each one of them had their unique style of DJing.
And this is the ProLogic.
ProLogic Sound and Lights.
Okay, so ProLogic had like a team of DJs.
Yeah,
okay.
DJs.
So we got DJ for whatever different style. Okay, already.
So like I said, you may have two DJs at one event because one is good with the Hano and everything else.
Yeah.
And the other one knows how to MC the crowd and do the hip hop or do the line dances. So it's like that's how they did it. So if you got set on a show by yourself, you're an upgraded. You know what I mean? You ain't just there like, oh shit, now you got to do a show by yourself.
Yeah.
It ain't like a club stat, but it's more intense because it's a family.
Already.
Now you mess up on a quinceañera or say the wrong name.
I don't be doing no quinceañeras, no weddings, and no shit like that. Nah, I don't want to be in charge of nobody.
You mess up on them names, boy, you ain't never gonna hit the end of it. So it's like I learned how to do all that with everybody and see how they reacted and how they got the crowds moving and doing their line dances and everything else. So it was like I just took the info and ran with it and did my own thing.
But at this point, you're still like a sophomore in high school?
Sophomore in high school. Ran with it and kept doing them. So now...
But they're taking you like on the road to go do all types of shit. Damn, that's what's up.
So I DJ'd Carol's homecoming. We had it at the aquarium.
Damn.
They had it at the aquarium. I didn't get to go to it. I'm on the top floor DJing, looking at my friends.
So what, like the Carol people knew that you fuck with like the sound people and shit like that? Damn.
So I did Carol's seniors, their prom. It was at the Solomon Ortiz, the little on the side right there. I've started doing a bunch of high schools and people I knew.
But everything you were doing at that point was just stuff under them? Already. Yeah. So you were basically just tell them, hey, these people want me to do, so they basically just bring all the equipment for you. You ain't got to do nothing but basically just show up yourself. Already.
I would show up, help set up how we wanted to, and if it's doing the show, we set up what we needed to, make sure everything was running right, then leave, and then come back when the event's ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, that was before the whole getting turntables and doing all that other stuff, and it was just basically working for somebody in a group of DJs, a company, and doing what we did.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Because it was more than it. Trust me, it was weekends where I did 6 shows a weekend.
And I'm just guessing that company probably had like 20 different gigs a weekend, just alone. Just
not just on the weekend, man. I'm talking about during the week. I'm talking about when I would get out of school. He called me, hey, 1, 2 o'clock. Hey, you want to come break down? We over here at Safari, or we're out here on the island, or we're out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are they still in business?
Yeah. Shout out to Omar, you know, they still doing their thing. They still run a hell of a company. I still work with them and do what I do. If I ain't got no gigs, so I still fuck with them.
Yeah. Man, so when do you like kind of like branch out from them and like start doing like your own thing? And did you ever like rap or anything at any point? Like, did you like, you never thought of like, because all their equipment was like DJ equipment. Did they have recording equipment and shit like that?
They had a recording equipment, but it was like, at that time, I wasn't thinking about that.
You weren't even like nobody around you at school and shit was like rapping
people,
and shit
that. People around us, like when I was with my brother and them.
But were you on some like, man, these niggas just at school playing like I'm really doing like music shit.
I was at the time. Everybody remembers when we used to go to the restrooms and beat on them shelves and do that grinding beat. Yeah. So I had the little freestyles. I even wrote some stuff for my brothers back in the day. Like I used to keep that journal, but it was more. I seen the whole aspect of being in different cities and moving around and seeing these artists. I didn't want to be in the front of everything because I seen it was more money behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be the dude that will help you write your song or make that beat than be up there doing it, because at the end of the day, when you fade away and they still play that song, I still get paid.
The residuals and shit like that, hell yeah.
That's where my mindset was at a lot of things. So I took my chances with the whole rap thing. My brother... back in the day, my brother had when we used to do the little rap battles around here in Toxic and all them, we Street Kings branched off. My brother ended up doing some other stuff, and I found out one of my brothers, like I was telling you, never met him, never did nothing. My dad always said we had another brother. One day I'm working at the station, this dude brings me his little CD. He's like, hey, I want you to play our demo, you know what I mean, play us on the radio. Talking to him, trying to be professional, he started getting the ass, so I chunked the CD dead in the parking lot. Not knowing at that time that is my brother. I'm throwing his CD dead in his face.
Yeah.
2 days later, he showed up at the house to meet us finally after 15 years, and I'm like, "That's my brother." He goes tell my dad. He said, "That's the nigga that threw my CD out. I was telling you that." He goes, "Well, that's your brother."
God damn. Who was that?
Shout out to my brother Matthew Best. You know what I mean? Everybody knows Spec T. You know what I mean?
Already. Hell yeah.
Spec T and all. We had Money Bosses.
No, I was saying, didn't they become? So they were money. Who was your other brother? And them was Street Kings and Spec T. And them had the Money Bosses shit already.
So Money Bosses, Joseph, and all them, and Ton, everybody.
Did you ever? I was gonna ask you this earlier. Did you ever go to like any of like the teen dances, like at like the skating rink?
Oh yeah. I used to. Back then when City Skates, we always talk about, remember J. Reed used to run the little Freestyle Fridays, remember we used to have out there.
Yeah.
I would help him.
See who I remember DJ Marky Mark.
Yeah,
that's
Mark,
how I remember. Shout out to my cousin, man, Mark White, man.
Yeah.
DJ Marky Mark. I always be out there, shit.
And then J. Reed, and that's when Z95 some nights would be out there
like
and doing their thing.
Z95 basically ran that motherfucking nigga shit.
Yeah, that's how we did. It was right there. So and then shout out to J. Reed and Ed O'Connors and all them. Like I learned underneath them. I went and watched them at the studios. I ended up doing from Pro Logic, branching off, doing certain things with certain people in the city under just watching them and learning. And then when it got to the point where they knew how I can do it, they took me underneath their wing and let me do stuff with them too. So it was like I did do some of the little things out there at teen nights, but it was like at that time I'm trying to have a good time. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
That's what. I'm talking like as a fan. I ain't even talking about going as like trying to be a DJ there. I'm just talking about like going as a fan and remembering them niggas out there breakdancing and doing all that shit.
You knew you didn't know how to rollerblade, but you ran up on that back rink.
Bro, I always tell this story because I went to Castores Elementary, you know what I'm saying, in 5th grade. So in the middle of 5th grade, I leave and I go to West Oso. In the very first week of going to school at West Oso, my homeboy Benny from the Leal brothers, shout out Benny Leal, man. Yeah. He said, hey, get some money from your people. We finna go to the skating rink this Friday. I'm like, the skating rink? I had never even heard of city skates at that point. Like, kids at Castores weren't talking about no fucking city skates and shit like that. On Friday night, they was at home playing video games type shit, you know what I'm saying? So over here on the West, they talking about let's go to city skates. So we go to the skating rink, and whenever we get there, I fucking see a big old skating rink, and I had never even seen a skating rink in person before. I'm fucking 11 years old in 5th fucking grade and shit. So I see the skating rink, and I fucking see that you could go rent skates and rollerblades and shit like that. So I go and fucking rent some rollerblades and start rollerblading around the skating rink. The whole time I'm rollerblading around the skating rink, I'm like, bro, where the fuck is Benny them, man? Like, I ain't never seen fucking Benny the whole fucking time. I rollerblade, but all I see is a whole bunch of kids coming in and they going to the back. They going to the back.
Yeah, that's where we was. We was in that back.
I think I got off like the roller rink to go like sit out and take a break, and Benny comes up to me. He's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I'm here at the skating rink. He's like, bro, we come here for this shit. He's like, take the fucking skates off. Let's go to the back. So I take the skates off and I go to the back, bro, and that shit is just fucking lit. And from that point on, I never rode skates at the skating rink ever again, nigga.
Hey, that was back then. That was, if anybody know, that was like, that was Corpus's young teens' first club version of a club.
Straight up with a big
that
old
was your
curtain behind that motherfucker. You can see
neon lights, and they had the ink on the wall and all that. And if you was live and bad, you was standing up on top of the ramps up there, and niggas was fighting to get up on top of it because they could see everybody and think they was cool. That was a little version of the clubs nowadays.
That was a club, bro. When you sit there and like paint the picture, bro, like
that was the club for us back then.
City Skates literally was a team club. You go in that back, bro, and it's dark. They got that big ass curtain, like you say. They got the neons all over that motherfucker. Yep. The writing all over the wall, the DJ and everything. Like that shit was fucking lit. Yep. And did they have I can't remember. Did they have a separate DJ in the back and the front, or it was all the same shit?
It was separate.
They had separate ones.
Yeah.
I can't remember if they did.
I can't remember. It was sometimes they just did the. I guess you would say like not even a jukebox. It was just the house music in the front.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just played in the back. Hell yeah.
So sometimes they would have a DJ in the front and then the DJ in the back. But yeah, most of the time DJ was just in the back doing what he did, playing their radio shit in the back. Mm-hmm. So everything you heard on the radio that you couldn't hear the cussing part, you played the City Skates. That's all the difference was.
Yeah. So when did you get into like DJing like officially? Like when did you not even like I know like a motherfucker could just wake up one day and say I'm a professional DJ. So when did you in your head feel like, okay, like I'm ready to like
branch out and do my own damn thing
to where I don't need Pro Logic. I got me some turntables. I'm ready to do a gig, regardless if it was a club, it was somebody's house party. Like when did you feel comfortable doing a gig on your own?
I felt, don't get me wrong, when I was with them, I felt comfortable because I had already watched enough things. So, but it was like, I want to say when everybody started getting laptops.
Already.
When the whole scene of the turning to Serato and all that other stuff and Q, that's what it was back then. Q was the main thing everybody used. So I want to say to do my own first gig, I worked at the bar out there. It was the Tavern back then. Now it's Neil's out there in Annaville.
Damn, already.
So back then I did a club out there. By then I'm already done different shows in Robstown, Aransas, like different bars, the Nugget, Location, you know what I mean? Different spots everybody know about. But that was one of my first gigs I did by myself and actually felt done. Don't get me wrong, I was nervous as hell. Because when you there with
How old are you at this point?
At this point, I am 17, 18.
God damn, but you're going to do I'm
doing a bar.
Tavern by yourself. Damn.
Because that was the first one I did.
Did you get the gig on your own or like somebody like?
Shout out to Zarin from Pro Logic. That was one of his spots that he had. He was like, hey, I don't feel good this week.
So Zarin was under Pro Logic?
Yeah, but he had his own things too. Like he had his own spots he would do.
Oh, really? But he was still like a Pro Logic DJ, but he would still have work on his own already.
So it was like one of his gigs, giving off to me. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll do it. So I knew how the crowd was. But it's like, you know the music you like. Yeah. But you can't always play the music you like because of the people that you're playing for in general. So it's like
you want to play that hood shit, but this
you want to play
for y'all that's tuned in, that's not in Corpus. Let me kind of explain Annaville for y'all. Wherever you live, just imagine like the whitest part of town. And then, or one of the whitest parts of towns. Yeah. And they ain't having that nigga shit over there.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
They walk in that motherfucker, see a black dude as a DJ, they might fucking damn near walk out that motherfucker.
They did.
God damn.
They did.
Go ahead, explain.
They did. And it was like, and being there, and like I said, seeing him do what he did with him when I was there with him on weekends. I seen how he got the crowd going and what they did, the drinking and all. It was like I feel comfortable.
So you were there one weekend like before with Zarin and basically just shadowing him and seeing him do his damn thing and the crowd's receptive to him. Already. So he can't do 1 week. So you decide if he asks you to fill in.
Yeah, I'm available. So that time when he goes, "Hey, you ready?" It's like, what? Like, you excited, but you're nervous at the same time, too. It's like, oh, God, it's my first gig. I don't want to mess it up. I hope they, you know what I mean, don't get no bad feedback type, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm ready. So I go and do a gig. I get out there, and it is nothing but the country and them 80s music and everything you can think of the typical white class of music at that time, you feel me? So it's like you can't play too much hood or black people stuff, but you can play certain things that they know. And the only thing they knew back then was the old school, the Biggie, the Tupac, the West Coast stuff. So it's.
Did you have to play like what did you play that night? Do you remember? Like, did you have to like adapt to them, like, or did you try to play that nigga shit?
I did try to. I did try to play. I tried to play North Carolina, the Petey Pablo, and the stuff like that, and they wasn't having it.
Damn.
They wasn't having that, so I had to go back to the Garth Brooks,
And you had already had that shit.
Yeah.
You had already seen it.
Yeah. So we had a playlist, or we had our song. We had music that all of us shared in general. Oh, so it was like I had a country file or whatever. You had an 80s file. You had a 90s. You know what I mean? But I didn't go to that black file like I have. You know what I mean? The certain songs because they wasn't feeling it at that time. Yeah. So, but the end of the night, the gig, you know what I mean, went good. They ended up wanting me to go back out there. So at that time, I'm coming back I take a little time off from DJing to finally go back and finish out school and everything else and get right back into it, finish it. So when we get out of school, I go back to DJing with them, but it's only certain events, like only the quinceañeras and
already.
I didn't do on my own. I didn't branch out no more like that at that time. Like I said, I wanted to get more aspect because at that time more technology is coming out, more devices of how we doing all this right now are coming out. Jump maybe 3 years later. Everybody knows this man. Everybody thought he was a black man. The infamous DJ Dynamite.
We were talking about that the other night. Go ahead.
The infamous DJ Dynamite. Shout out to my big brother.
He just walked in. He didn't want to step on the camera.
He want to be shy tonight, but then the other time he on the camera with us. You know what I'm saying? But so shout out to him. We at the club and literally just talking to him and him shadowing him. Like I'm walking through the club.
But had you heard him on the radio before?
Yeah. I heard him on the radio. Never knew who the hell he was.
Okay, let's talk about that part. So you would listen to 102.9 back in the day? Because that's what everybody used to do.
Everybody listened
Ride in the car with your parents, that's what they're going to listen to.
Or you wake up in the morning getting ready for school, you going to turn on, you flip the Z95, see what playing then. If they ain't like that music, you flip it over to 102.9 and see who playing. You heard King Rich, you heard Elite and all that.
Yeah.
So never knew who Dynamite was. Like I've always heard about him because my cousins and them, Gerald, everybody went to West Soso and everything, so they knew about him and they was friends with him. But I never knew who he was.
Already.
Well, my homeboy Mike, the one I was saying that brought me into the whole Pro Logic Sound and Lights, he was friends with him.
Already.
So he's like, hey, we're gonna go to this house party, you know what I mean, and stop by this club afterwards. Well, we stopped by the club and he's like, well, this is Dynamite. I walk up on this big ass Mexican dude with glad look like band, you know what I mean, straight up band. I tell him all the time, you was a band nerd, nigga, if I never known no better. So he was like, yeah, this is Dynamite. I said, you Dynamite, nigga, I thought you was black. Thought you was black this whole time. He was like, nope, that is to that. So
he was DJing the party?
Yeah, he's DJing the party.
God damn.
The infamous Dynamite in the hood, DJing parties.
What was this set in West Haven?
The infamous West Haven hood parties. The infamous.
God damn.
So I start kicking with Dynamite, doing little shows with him. Now, the difference with Dynamite and Pro Logic, Dynamite was in the hood with people we grew up with.
Already.
So yeah, so he was taking me to places where I knew the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so after that, I go with him to the vault, and he's like, "Hey."
So I'm guessing Pro Logic was more of like corporate type shit, and not necessarily corporate, but like fancy corporate. Like we're gonna do weddings and shit like that. And then Dynamite, he's over here doing like underground type shit already.
Yeah. So I go with Dynamite.
Y'all go to the vault.
To go to the vault, and the owner Jesse at that time is there, and Dynamite's talking on the mic, and DJ Joe's spinning, and Dynamite says, "Hey, you want a job?" I look, I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Here." He just hands me the mic. I'm like, "What the hell do you want me to say? Like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't never done this. Like, what you want me to do?" He goes, "Just talk. Like, do what I did." I start saying what I was saying, just trying to not imitate or mimic him, but just trying to remember what he said.
Yeah.
And I know at the first time I'm nervous and I'm stuttering on my own damn words.
Was this during the after hours or just during regular hours?
It was regular hours, right? No, after hours. After hours
at
the time. Yeah, after hours. So I finished with him and he walks me over. He goes, "All right, come on." So we go to the back of the club and Jesse's sitting there. He goes, "Hey." He goes, "I like how you talk. You know what I mean? You want to do something with radio?" I told him, yeah, I've been wanting to do something. You know what I mean? Like that's what I've always dreamed of doing. At that time, I already doing with music. I want to get into the radio stations type shit. I've already seen these people, know these people, and now I want to be part of these. You know what I mean? This group of people. So he's like, "All right, we'll come over tomorrow to the station, and you can start making some commercials, and we'll get you lined up." So from that point on, I became part of the 102.9 crew.
Damn, just from that night at the vault.
Yeah. Damn. Doing things. So, like, that really what started it off. Like,
so run us through the 102.9. So you get there, your first thing that you do is you do commercials?
Yeah.
Was that actually the first thing that you did when you first got there?
Yeah,
was commercials?
It was commercials.
Before you even got to touch a turntable or anything?
Even before touching the board was always watching Dynamite show me what to do.
Okay.
And it was learn what to press, what to do, how to get things working right, where to go make the commercials and different things like that. And at that time, when people did radio feeds at their clubs and stuff, we had Safari, we had Hypnotic, you had downtown, you had different sparse singers, you had McCall's, or just different radio spots we may be at.
Yeah.
So they would send us out there and we would be out there talking or send the stuff in. So that was like my first things of doing. And then when it got time to actually getting in there mixing the music and doing what he did, it was like we changed the whole gimmick of everything. It wasn't just your normal thing no more. They wanted to see him mix on live. They wanted us to do the live. That's when they start throwing the beach parties back in the day.
Yeah.
We had them live mixes. That was us doing that.
Yeah.
We would literally do a 5-hour mix. One of us leave for an hour, go get something to eat for each other or whatever, and then come back and the other one's mixing or talking and doing like that.
Yeah.
So that's when I jumped on.
Your first, not to say your first day, whenever you get there and the first time they tell you, "Hey, trying to record a commercial," how many takes does it take you estimately to do your first actual radio
do
commercial?
My actual first radio commercial, it took me like 15 times.
Like 15 takes?
15 times. And you know how many times I seen Dynamite's reaction, like, God damn, like he was getting tired of hitting that click, cut, click, cut, click. Okay, we're going to start it back from there. But it was like time. It wasn't just my fault time because this motherfucker would say some stupid shit too sometimes. On like jokingly, he'd be like, "Man, just calm down." You know what I mean? We'll do this. So it's like after a while, after you learn to read your commercials and
express it
how you would want to, because I was trying to see how I was trying to be like them in the radio station. I was trying to sound like them.
You were trying to sound like what you heard on the radio.
Yes.
Already.
And I wasn't trying to be myself.
Already.
So when I really became myself, when people knew, it was like, you know what? I'm not going to be that character like no shout out, no disrespect to any other radio personality here. I didn't want to be the Gino. I didn't want to be the Daves and all them. I didn't want to be those. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to talk to these people, I'm going to talk to them just like they're talking to me at a barbecue, or we talking like we family.
Yeah.
So it was like when I did the morning shows, they would get up, man, was good with it. You know what I mean? It's cold in the mug outside. And I had a bad thing about cussing on the radio because I talked just like I was talking to people.
God,
you know what I mean? But it wasn't like bad cussing. It was like just them little slick words and your ass and shit and all that. You know what I mean? So best believe we got plenty of fines because of my ass.
No, you ever got in trouble for saying anything?
Yeah.
Because I had asked King Rich to say shit like, did you ever get in trouble for saying anything on the radio? He was like, no, I never got in trouble. Shit.
They tell us, they put us in there. He may not want to tell you that, but we got in trouble.
God damn, man. So what was your first show that you was a part of as far as like on the radio? Like, was it Dynamite show? Like were you shadowing Dynamite and then you started becoming like a host on Dynamite show, or did you start off with like your own morning show, the afternoon mix, or like what was your first?
My first show was with Dynamite. Cause he had the 5, you had the 5, right? The 5 o'clock, and then you had night too. Remember, he had a 5 o'clock and to like 7 or whatever, and he did like the mix when you getting home or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was he had the
9 o'clock out,
yeah, 9 o'clock to 12 or whatever it was, and then he had his love hour too. He started, so it was like I did that with him for, I want to say we did that for some years, you know what I mean, doing that back and forth.
And Jesse's just giving y'all leeway to basically do whatever y'all want to do at that point.
Because he seen the chemistry in general, how much we was doing what we was doing. Like back then, if anybody don't remember, and the people that do remember, Hypnotic was a big motherfucking place, and we could pack shows and sell out shows left and right. And y'all think the clubs nowadays have big? No. It wasn't nothing compared.
Ain't nothing compared to that. The only thing that compares to that, goddamn, is what it would say, maybe like Concrete Street.
Yes.
But even did like
not even that, because Concrete Street
it's a venue. It's not a club. You know what I'm saying? Like there ain't no clubs that was fucking with.
And at that 1029 back then, Jesse had 2 of the biggest clubs. The old HEB on, what was it? On Cielo, Club Cielo,
yeah.
And that's when we threw a lot of the hip hop shows and the Hano shows. But that's the old HEB. Now imagine walking through HEB with no shelves.
So whenever you came in, had Cielo already been open or not yet?
No, not yet.
Hypnotic was still hot whenever you already.
Hypnotic. We was just Hypnotic, and then he was getting the vault, and then that's when he opened up Cielo. It was like, I think the vault was only opened up maybe 6 months to a year, and then he bought the HEB, and Cielo. That was like the new spot for the Tejano. Instead of it being always a Hypnotic or Yellow Rose like it was back in the day, he was like, that was gonna be the Tejano spot.
Yeah, that's what Dynamite was saying. Hell yeah.
So hip hop to the Hano to everything and anything playing downtown, we would leave. I'd be at one club during the day, be at the station recording and talking or whatever and doing the commercials. From there, leave, go do the club downtown. We close down there at 4 o'clock in the morning, shoot back after the club, right after the club, be there until 4:30, making sure the commercials we did during the day are lined up for that Saturday, so we ain't got to be there until we got to come in to make some new ones for Sunday and Monday.
Damn.
Leave Saturday. If we had to be there early for the Saturday morning show or whatever, be there, do the club Saturday Hypnotic, then from leave Hypnotic, go to the vault, finish at the vault, and then come back over there, reset the log for everybody to hear. Because back in the day, you remember when them dead airs were hit?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, whenever I was in jail, I was like, shit, motherfuckers. Like, goddamn, that was to the radio. Goddamn.
Apologies. We wasn't there yet. We just didn't put a song in that space, so we forgot.
Goddamn, bro. That nigga in jail. Radio just went out. It is Sunday morning or Saturday, you know what I'm saying, type shit.
So that's what we did, and that was constantly every week. And then going back, and at that time at the radio, I'm doing things in Houston too with my cousins, and they introduced me to 97.9 The Box and all them out there, and I started looking at them and trying to do things out there. But I did little things, but it wasn't nothing to what we were doing down here. Then, like I said, working with Dynamite and Hypnotic, we did the radio show. We started doing the giveaways.
Did you ever have your own radio show?
Yeah, the morning show.
Really?
I was right after Russ Parr. We used to be Russ Parr morning,
which was a syndicated show.
Yeah.
And right after his syndicated show, you would come on.
Yeah,
damn.
I was there until the afternoon. I was there all the way until 12 in the afternoon. I got there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was there from 5 to 12.
So what? The Russ Parr probably ran from 5 to 7.
From 5 to 9.
So from 9 o'clock, from 9 to 12, that was you?
Yeah, 9 to 12 is me. And then they started letting me come back in from 3 to 7 when he started his mix. And then if I wanted to, I'd come back with him on his Love Hour show that he did back then.
So at the peak of 102.9, whenever y'all both were there, give us a rundown of a day with like the fire DJs. Let's say you probably come in the morning, because I hear all these names like the Nap ones and Elite ones and like who else, Little Richards, you know what I'm saying? I hear names like that. Run through a day that's like a fire day, and not even a specific day, like a day that maybe happened, maybe it didn't happen, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all were all employed there at the time and it could have happened. Like, what would be a fire lineup for 102.9 on a certain day?
A fire lineup like it would back in the day.
Yeah.
Because me and King Rich, matter of fact, I was on another show. I was on King Rich's, was it morning?
The King's
show?
Castle? What was it?
Then he had the morning, right? Or the afternoon, or middle day, right? He had midday. King Rich was the one when you got out of school and heard talking and doing everything.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I got it on there with him. So I think if you was to have us in a day like that, it was when Dynamite came to do a mix and we had some artists come from Dallas and wanted to hear us, but we're in the mix and they wanted to hear them promote. Matter of fact, the artists is Trill Lee and them throw.
Oh shit!
So by everybody's learning them dances before they even heard on radio, I was listening to them and talking to them.
Yeah, I saw the video on YouTube and shit before the song had even popped this shit. Hell
so we there that we introduced that song and showed them how to do these dances.
Damn. So the niggas came down from Dallas and went to the studio and shit. Damn.
They had their little rap GMC van.
Oh shit!
And was riding with some Mexicans, and it was 3 Mexicans and 4 niggas, Trilly and Prince Rick, and they 3 little Mexicans.
Mr. Hit That Hoe was with him.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn, that's what's up.
So we in there, Dynamite's mixing, Elite's on there. I mean, King Rich is on there talking, and it's like how me and you talking now. A lot of people on the radio really didn't do that. You know what I mean? It was just that person's talking, he's just talking, he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Me and King Rich was like, he's on where Dynamite is on this side of the board. King Rich is right beside him, and I'm on this side of the studio, you know what I mean? On this side looking at them. And it's like we going back and forth with each other, but I'm feeding off his energy. So it's like that was one of the shows and then you got the dudes in the studio, they recording on their little cameras in the little glass watching us. So like that was one of the greatest things I seen, like to start our stuff off and know it's like, that's Hurricane is here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I established because you could hear me on the radio, but you never knew who I was. So I
hell yeah.
Because I had my own cousins, Aaron and them. I would ride with them to go play basketball, and they jamming and talking shit about me on the radio. I'm like, yo, yeah, for real, man. That nigga sorry as hell. I'm talking shit about myself. Like, yeah. I said, watch this, and I would repeat the commercial they did. He like, nigga.
God damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess whenever I say fire lineup, I think of the morning show. DJ Hurricane. Right after Russ Parr, here comes DJ Hurricane with his show. Right after DJ Hurricane leaves, bam, here comes Elite One or here comes King Rich in and does his show. Bam, as soon as King Rich's show is over, bam, then there's Elite One on. Then Elite One does his show. He's done. As soon as Elite One's out the door, bam, here comes Dynamite and here comes, you know what I'm saying?
That's how it was. In general, that's exactly how it was.
Okay, so where does like names like Little Richard and then fit in? Was Little Richard Elite One's like DJ, so whenever Elite One had his show, that was like his DJ, or how does like that work?
Elite One was his own. He had his own segment, and then when Elite One left, before I got there, Elite One had left, and I think he went to San Antonio.
Okay, so he was already gone when you got there. Okay, already
gone.
Already,
it was just Little Richard. Little Richard was there. Little Richard was like the overseer of all of us.
Already,
you know what I mean, he was the main person, and he's the one that was like, "You ready for a morning slot?" You know what I mean? I was like, "Shit, I guess." You know what I mean? Like, yeah. He was like, "Okay," and then he was like, "Well, he liked how I did the morning slot." He was like, everybody's talking about it. You getting good feedback. You getting good shit from it. He's like, so you want to go to the afternoon?
Damn.
You don't know with King? He's like, so you try to do something with him? So we started doing that with the King.
Damn.
Then it was like hooking up with Dynamite. I was like, hey, I got this show. You want to jump on with it with me? And at that time, like I said, we talking crazy to people on the mic. So everybody think when you see me at the bridge or you see me doing all this stuff and I'm talking crazy, it didn't just start there. It ain't just because I do it. I did this stuff on the radio back then, talk crazy to you. Cause all y'all calling up there, shout out to my boo. Did it? Man, get off the phone. You can't do nothing with that. You know she cheating on you.
You was on that bitch like that.
Yeah. Dynamite, do we not hang up that phone plenty of times on people? Like, get out of it. No. Hey, what are y'all doing? Man, get off the phone. Then the next person that called the radio station do some stoops and they ain't got no crime. We're leaving.
Yeah, damn. And this isn't pre-recorded. This is live.
Some of it was pre and some is live.
That's what y'all would take live phone calls sometimes.
Yeah.
Damn. So if they start cussing, y'all just gonna have to take that fine. Damn. That's fucking okay.
But that whole lineup, yeah, it would be Bruce Park would go off. Then it's me talking to you. Then it was King Richard running right behind me.
Was Nap one there when you were there, or he was already gone?
Yeah, Nap was already gone, right? Yeah. Nap was already gone, and Elite was already gone. Then after that, like I said, Dynamite came in and finished it off, and then I was with him at the end of the night. So basically, you had us three running it back and forth. You know what I mean, with the shows.
Was Natural there and stuff, or he was already gone at that point too?
Natural was gone, right? Once in a while, he would do mixes with him and stuff like that. Like some days, like he would have his more things on Dynamite segments of different shows or different segments he would do, and then I would have certain things I would push. My morning show was basically until they really let me do what I wanted to, was pushing all the commercials and, hey, it's going down at the clubs or promoting the clubs this weekend, or you know what I mean?
Bro, nobody has no video footage at all of a day of y'all, or not even like just some type of footage of y'all doing a show at the radio station. Y'all don't remember anybody having a camcorder back in them days or nothing?
If it is, it's on security cameras. That's
and
they
say CCTV.
And we the reason why. Okay, and I'm the reason why they put security cameras in the Palm Records.
Oh man!
I mean, every time they come in there, somebody come in there. You know, I smoke. I'm sorry.
So you straight up smoking in the studio?
Yeah, I'm smoking in the studio. I'd smoke. It wasn't allowed in the studio. You could smoke out. Yeah, just artists could do it. Shit, I'm smoking on the off. I'm talking to you. Sometimes I forget the goddamn button to press it off, and he come, hey, turn the shit off. They can hear you. Oh shit.
God damn. So other than Trill Lee and Prince Rick, what are some other memorable in studio moments that you remember? We'll get to like the concerts and all that, but what are some other in studio moments that you remember people coming through? You remember like Big Mo and them or anything like that?
When we had the SUC reunion tour, when we brought them all back together, we had Trey, we had Youngster, we had Big Mo. I mean not Big Mo, Big Pokey, Little O,
Mr. 3-2. I think I was there at that show, if I ain't mistaken. Shit, that was the one that Zero headline, right? The SUC performed before Zero.
Yeah,
that shit kind of made me hot. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, nigga, when the fuck does Zero get bigger than SUC, nigga? Hey, Mo was there. You're right, Mo was there because I remember fucking Zero saying "Too Many Niggas" and Big Mo. He sang the hook, but he couldn't move. He couldn't move. He just sat there the whole time.
Yeah, Dynamite was the DJ.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Young Dynamite was the DJ.
Hell yeah, I remember that down show specifically. Hell yeah.
So and then I've had the pleasure of doing interviews and little segments for other cities. When Flip came through, when he had that lucky
Let's
night.
talk about Corpus though. Like, did 50 Cent come in studio, or he just did the show?
Did he come in? No, I wasn't there on that show.
Okay,
I wasn't there yet.
Master P, did he come in studio? Yeah. And he did a radio interview. Damn.
And see, like I said, they had certain people like say. They would call them like, hey, we want you to do this interview with this person. So it may be Dynamite doing this one with this one. You know what I mean? With these people.
Yeah.
We're not there for it. They want Dynamite there or they want King Rich there. Now, when they got to where I could do it, then they would start letting me do certain interviews and do stuff like that. So they call, or I could go with him and do back and forth.
But either interviews that you did or interviews that you were just there for, who are some of the memorable ones that you remember like vividly in your head? Like besides the Trill Lee and Prince Rick, who else do you remember being there? You say Trey in studio?
Trey. But before Trey, my first was live was Zero. That was like listening to somebody you listen to all the time and mimicking every word of they rhyme.
Yeah.
And to see him in person.
That gotta be a memorable one, like a motherfucker. Goddamn, we used to listen to that shit all in motherfucking high school. Goddamn.
Yeah. So Yeah.
Oh, man, we're gonna bring you on the camera in a little while because once we get through with his story, we finna bring you on. We finna get some 102.9 story.
Yeah.
Shit, fuck the bullshit. So, the 0 one, you did the interview yourself, or you were just there on it?
No, I did 0 because Trey, we had called before Trey came down. We had to call in interview
already.
So, but yeah, that out of that one, that's one of my most memorables. You know what I mean? Besides getting the call ins with different artists we did, but that's one of my memorable ones. Meeting somebody I grew up listening to. Besides getting later on in life, meeting the other stars, but my first memorable one is with Mo City Don himself, you know what I mean? Getting to meet him and talk to him. Still didn't shake his hand because he was that dap shit like he did.
Already,
but it was like just meeting him and seeing him and see what he was about. It was cool with me.
Okay, so already though you already in the dough, you maybe got your little or doing shows with other radios. I mean, with other radio personalities and stuff. What is your first major concert that you actually do that you're not like just in the crowd that makes you feel like damn nigga, like I'm really in. I'm not just on the radio. Like I'm on the radio, but I'm on stage with fucking Webby or Zero or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your first show that you did that you remember under 102.9 The Bomb?
My first show would have been, I think it was Hypnotic. It was when the Kings of the South. When the Kings of the South collab, when they did that one. And I had that show. That was one of my very first shows of actually doing it, promoting it, like talking, making commercials, me and him, and then actually getting to do the actual show. Like instead of just,
who's that, Lil Flippin' Zero?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because that's when he brought that big ass crown chair on the stage, and
he brought that shit with him. See, I wanted to go to concerts back in them days with them, so they brought a big old crown chair and shit.
They get back on the stage of Hypnotic. It was a door, and they would load up like 18-wheelers or whatever it is. If they needed, and he came straight out of the back. Would
Jesse provide like props and shit, or that was just all shit that Flippin' Zero
that was
had brought
whatever,
their own?
That was whatever. That was their own. Yeah.
No, so Jesse never provided no props.
Hell to the no. Shit. Jesse Barry provided paychecks for us, motherfuckers.
What are some live concerts that you remember? Were there any concerts that I'm pretty sure there were that you that you hosted that were just jam packed to where it was capacity? They weren't even letting people in the door no more. Or was that just a regular night of Hypnotic?
That wasn't just Hypnotic. That was Cielo too.
I'm thinking like Hypnotic, because Hypnotic is like we were just saying earlier, like it don't get no bigger than that. So basically, Hypnotic being packed is like
when we did Scarface, and then when we had
J-Dawg.
Man, when we had J-Dawg, boy.
Hypnotic.
That's one of them stories right there.
Okay,
boy.
Take us through it.
The day was good.
So y'all know, like a month in advance, J-Dawg's coming. We're doing J-Dawg. Y'all are doing the radio ads and everything.
The day is good.
J-Dawg gets to Corpus the day before, or
no, the day is good. It's the day of. He get there the day of the show.
And does he pull up to the radio station to do an interview?
Did he do one? Yeah, he did it. I was in the club already. You know what I mean? In there. He walked next door and did the radio because he was doing it.
So basically he did the radio interview like right before he.
Yeah.
Basically the club was already open, so basically he's on the radio telling people come to the club.
Yeah,
already.
I'm talking live in the club.
Already type shit. Already.
Like, hey, Dynamite, you know what I mean? We're going live. So he would cut me off, and then he's talking in the radio next door. And like I said,
so y'all are doing the remote and then back doing the remote with the live, bro. See, you never explained that y'all were doing it like that, bro. That's fucking lit, bro. So you're doing a live in the club, and then so he's basically having to tell you like live on the air, like
I'm telling. He's telling me it would be like, I'm telling you, hey man, it's going down. We're here at Hypnotic, man. You know the J-Dawg concert, boy. That boy pulled up. Matter of fact, Dynamite. Is that boy in there with you? And so
what if he ain't there yet? Then what does Dynamite do?
I would only say certain things. We wouldn't say certain.
You would just be like, I'm gonna pass it off to DJ Dynamite.
Yeah.
Okay, just something simple like that. Okay, you wouldn't necessarily put him on this, but if you know he's there,
if I know he's there,
Dynamite's ready, then you do that. But if otherwise, you're just passing them off to him just as if, okay, bet.
Yeah. So I'm in there, and then like I said, so I would walk back and forth in general because you know the radio in the club right next door to each other.
So even while you working,
I can walk outside like, that nigga here. You know what I'm saying? No, he ain't hear you, y'all. He ain't hear you, y'all. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it was doing the live feed. Like I said, we was the ones that started that stuff, talking to you and doing live feed with you while we there.
Hell
so,
yeah.
J-Dawg show, like I said, beautiful day. Started off a beautiful day at the station. People still coming up to getting tickets. I mean, they was in there deep coming getting tickets, boy. I had to
day of.
They coming in there, boy. So it's like we getting ready. They in there setting up. The club is opening up. The bartender's there. They dropping the liquors off. Everything is going great. Still sunny day outside, baby. 6:30 come. Here we go. Live feed. Here we doing. We do. People showing up. 7:30. Okay. 8 o'clock. That's when the dark hit. Club Hypnotic parking lot was big than a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker.
Now, if you can imagine, let's see, what could be the best element so they would get the distance of how far people parked and walked?
I would say about Club Hypnotic was about the size of about 60 yards of a football field. Would you say about 60 or 70 yards?
And then we had another football field of parking.
And then they was parking all on the streets.
Yes. All on the street.
All on Greenwood, nigga.
No, Saratoga.
I mean, Saratoga. I agree with Saratoga. All on Saratoga shit.
So
damn near all the way to Greenwood, though, shit.
Yeah. So imagine that. So the day of the J-Dawg concert, he there. We got the little open. I can't remember if we had open acts or somebody else came in with it too. You know what I mean? But the day of, when niggas got there, I'm talking about Union and the rallies and the goddamn relays of all of them together was in one spot.
So you said the J-Dawg concert was like the Kappa and the Texas relays all one night, one spot?
So we getting there, we doing everything.
And South by Southwest.
Yeah, and South by Southwest. Outside, because back then, if for y'all young players that don't know what parking lot pimping is, back then, if you didn't go to the club or didn't go inside the club, you had a club outside because niggas was popping trunk or you just heard the music so loud inside. Niggas got live outside the club and waited for people to come outside and chill.
With that ice chest shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Niggas ain't even worried about going inside the club.
Ain't worried about going in the club. I ain't paying that $30 for that damn ticket. Fuck that. I can hear that nigga when he come outside.
Yeah.
That was the thing. So J-Dawg performed his first two, doing what he do. That nigga played first 48. When I tell you a wave of niggas just started, it just like the energy changed and niggas from the west, niggas from the south, niggas from the north wanted to start fighting each other. Anybody and everybody that could pick up something and fight was swinging.
Just because of that song?
Just because of that song. Every time we played first 48 in the club, even after the J-Dawg concert, niggas started fighting. When that fight broke out, CC SWAT team, CCPD, came out.
At what point Jesse said do not play the first 48?
That's what I was going to say, bro. I ain't going to lie. I was just thinking that, but I didn't want to say it to sound dumb. I wanted to hear that. I had heard it was a rumor that the first 48 was banned from being played at Club Hypnotic.
Yes, because we turned that shit up so live, it made niggas want to fight.
So what happens after he plays? Does he even get through the whole song?
No, we don't even get through the whole song. We had to stop the concert because niggas started fighting.
And then show's over?
Show is over.
That's it? No more songs?
No, because he left. He was like, hey, I got his money. These niggas back then, niggas ain't trying to get touched by people. They becoming up bigger stars, you know what I mean? So they run through the side door, they leave. They get out, but it's big still fights of everybody inside and out in the park. Now it's starting to escalate to go out to the parking lot because we're trying to get people out. Nigga, when I tell you DJ Joe, shout out to DJ Joe, this nigga jumped off the stage and saved my life because he seen somebody with a one of them stools and had a fishbowl in their hand. And
so it just became like an all-out drunk ride. It wasn't even like the West against the North.
No, it was nigga. No. They knew who they was fighting. It was West against North. It was like it was just everybody.
But anybody who was there just could get it. Type shit. If you were in the way of us trying to get to the nigga from the West or the nigga from the North. Type
back
shit.
then,
just be in the way and you gonna get it too.
Yes, and you had the females too doing their thing.
Yeah, they ain't give no fucks either.
Man, so. If DJ Joe wouldn't have jumped off stage,
they was worse than the nigga shit. Half the fights at Hypnotic was probably female shit.
And it all started because of damn female like everything do.
And or if the niggas was fighting over there, it was more than like you say, because of the female shit.
She don't know why you over there talking to that nigga. Why you get a blunt from him?
Goddamn. So did the fight start to escalate outside?
Escalate outside. They called it out. They called them the CCPD. They called them the SWAT. Do you not know them niggas started beating up on the SWAT?
What?
made the SWAT team leave Hypnotic.
What? So explain what happened with. I kind of cut you off. Whenever you say DJ Joe saved you, what happens?
And they kick somebody dead in their head.
And what was they about to hit you with a chair?
That damn chair. Because I'm trying to help somebody get off this girl to get out the door, and they coming like this. And Joe jumped out, kicked them dead in their head.
Were the lights on by that
yeah,
point?
The lights is on. Yeah, you couldn't see shit in that dark. You better not be trying to fight now.
That bitch would be so dark and smoggy in that motherfucker. All you see is just straight look like a rave club in that motherfucker. Just straight lights just going everywhere. Boy, they cut them lights on. They get like Carroll High School.
Yeah, you sitting there like this, boy. Goddamn, like your whole vision had changed. You know what I mean? But the stuff goes now. It's fighting outside. Now you hearing guns.
Damn.
You hearing somebody getting hit by cars. Like it turned into an all out damn near brawl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I think we didn't have another concert for like another 3 months because of that shit.
God damn, man.
So that was like one of them memorable concerts. Like I tell everybody, y'all think these little brawls of these clubs down here that y'all have now is something? No. Come back when my era was Yellow Rose, when it was Hypnotic, when it was Stingers, when it was Club One.
If you put these youngsters now at the age and mind frame that they are, back then, it would have been more deaths at Hypnotic.
Oh yeah, because they couldn't have fought.
You know what I'm saying?
They couldn't have took that loss
at Hypnotic than it was if you would put these youngsters at the age they are now and what they call them the YNs. If these YNs were put in the time transporter into them
go back and live with us, y'all couldn't handle it. Y'all couldn't. And like I said, it's a whole different mind frame of back then because even now. To where these people are today, we had to get over that whole struggle of fighting in the clubs and beating each other's ass to the point where it's now, nigga, what we fighting for? So now as young niggas, y'all can't do nothing like y'all do in the club. I wish somebody from this era would have came with us to Hypnotic.
Would you ever DJ any of the shows, or you would just host them all?
No, I did both.
Dynamite was the DJ.
If Dynamite was the DJ, if he wanted to take a break, it was like, okay, he would let me jump on. You know what I mean? Do what I do.
And what are y'all on back there? Y'all on CDJs or y'all on virtual DJ? What are y'all on? Like early scratch live? What are y'all on? Because I know the other day you had showed us the video and you said that's my setup and it was like an early version of us, like Serato. Yeah. So before Serato,
CDJ.
So you remember like DJing shows at Hypnotic
with CDs.
Damn,
yes,
no computer.
No.
And this is a big artist to where, damn.
Yeah, that's all I was telling you. It was like Beastie Bay stuff. If you had an artist and stuff.
Like these DJs now, like they have it easy.
Y'all got it
easy. A fucking flash drive, nigga. And half the time it's just one long thing. Yeah. You just gotta press play one time.
Just click and play. Like, don't get it, man. If they had that CD was scratched, nigga, oh man, you gotta hurry up and download another track on that one. Like, you had to find somebody that had that part on that CD or go get another show CD. Like, yeah. So it.
Dragon was still on records.
Yeah.
God damn.
So it's a whole new era of how DJs are now. And no disrespect to them. Shout out to all the great DJs that are doing their thing, the actual DJs doing their thing. Not no click and play DJ or sync on iPad shit. No, I'm talking about where you art the craft and you really listen to your people, your music. If you can keep your club going or your session going, the people know who you are, you're doing something. And all I wanted to do once I became a DJ now, in general, as I got older, is help the younger ones that we see in the club coming up. Like, you give them some influence or some criticism, but some work criticism. Not no hating shit.
Yeah, because I'm the type, bro. I just love the art of DJing. I love to see other people DJing. Like I don't critique DJs. Like little youngsters out there trying to do something. Like, hey, bro, do it. Like, don't be like.
Don't try to imitate.
Don't be a DJ hater, bro. I hate DJ haters. Like like it's a whole world full of straight DJ haters, and that shit is just dumb. Because whenever I was coming up under a lot of DJ haters, and what they really they consider themselves gatekeepers, but they ain't really gatekeeping nothing because they ain't got nothing to gatekeep. They really just DJ haters. That's what it comes down to. Shit.
Nah, but see, like I said back then, I even had doing. Before even DJing on the radio station, I still had mixtapes I was doing for certain artists. I had this Welcome to Sam Pat mixtape. I had 3 video shoots when I did the beats for my brother and them.
So who were the artists that you? Because who was that? Money Bosses now?
Yeah, Money Boss, and then I would work with
Young. You were like hosting their mixtapes and shit like that.
Yeah, I was making beats or scratching and doing the mixes for them and everything. Like I said, I got some the clothing line back in the day with the MBE. I started that for them. The whole videos, we had the mixtapes, the giveaways. Like I said, we started a lot of things, and it branched off from me doing on being on the radio. You know what I mean? So it was like now, like I said, it's just with everybody doing what we doing. All I want to see is DJs. What can we do bigger for the city wise? You know what I mean? Because it ain't what they list. If without the artists or without us and being in a club, you wouldn't come to that club. You wouldn't come to that venue.
Yeah, nobody want to be at a club where they got a jukebox player, man.
Yeah, so without DJs to unite and make a show happen and come together or even work together, we're going to lose everybody for why? Because you hating on me for some reason?
That's what I say, too. If I get asked to do gigs all the time, but I don't specialize in that type of shit, I'll just straight up just tell them, hey, I don't do that, but I can get somebody who can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a scratch master. Somebody may hit me up, hey, I need some scratches on my record. Hey, I don't specialize in doing, like, the DJ Dragon style, but I could connect you to somebody who's pretty close to it, you know what I'm saying? Even though RIP DJ Dragon type shit. So how long was your radio run for? How long was your 102.9 for?
I was with 102.9 for, I want to say, 5 years, B?
And how did your run come to an end at 102.9?
Because supposedly I got high in the studio, but I wasn't even high.
But you would get high in the studio every day. That wasn't nothing new. So what happened? So after 5 years, what happened?
After 5 years, we got a new management type shit.
So Lil Richard was basically acting program director at the time?
Yeah.
So he had left and went somewhere else?
Yeah,
and wasn't Lil Richard, didn't you say he was like Jesse's like stepson or something like that?
Okay. He's Jesse's stepson.
Okay.
So when he left
Jesse hired somebody else?
Jesse hired his daughter.
None of y'all had opportunity to...
No. We don't want that shit.
Okay.
You know how much trouble that shit is?
So then whenever he brings in the next program director
he brings in family. He brings in his cousins, his nephew's wife, Alicia.
Does she have any experience?
No. She didn't have shit to experience. She didn't know nothing about radio. She didn't know nothing about the music. All she did was type her ass off to make commercials for us. And that was it. And if she didn't like the way we were doing it, then she would say something. So that's why they put the cameras in, because we would clock in too, or say we was there. Like, hey, what the hell you talking about? Like, I'm there, but nigga, I'm in the back. I'm chilling. I'm smoking. Oh, my bad. I forgot. But it was a normal thing. They knew how we were. So when she got there, she started trying to be that uptight stuff. You know what I mean? And supposedly I was smoking in the studio, but I hadn't smoked in the studio all day. I just got there. I was just hadn't pressed the button to play yet. I had forgot to hit the button to turn the thing back on. Like, I could hear in my headphones, I could hear what we're playing.
Yeah.
But when I take the headphones off, it'd be dead silence like it is in here. So I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? But I didn't take the headphones off. So next thing I know, I'm looking at my phone. Hey, you need to clock out. Why do I need to clock?
From her? A text from her?
Yeah. I'm like, why do I need to clock out? And I didn't even respond back to it. I just looked at it crazy. So next thing I know, Joel is coming and he's shaking his head. He's looking at me through the glass and
That's her husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Jesse's cousin?
Yeah, Jesse's nephew.
Okay.
Jesse's nephew. He's walking through there and I take my headphones off and I'm literally stopping the show. And I take them off and I'm like, what's up? He goes, what did you do? I said, I didn't do shit. He goes, they said you were smoking in the thing and we'll do this and you were off air for a long time. I said, I wasn't. I said, I just had the headphones on. I forgot, you know what I mean? I explained to him what it was. He was like, no, at least they was like, they want you to go ahead and clock out and let you go, do this or that. So I was like, so really, I said, after all this shit I've done for y'all, I did a lot of shit for Jesse and them. And I'm not talking about just for radio-wise. I'm not talking about just, you know what I mean? It's a lot of shit we did for that dude. And to let me go the way they did was some bullshit.
Was Dynamite still there when you got let go?
Yeah. And then less than 2 months later, that nigga left too.
So it wasn't even Jesse who fired you. Mm-mm. But the girl Jesse had gave the girl all the power to do whatever she wanted to do. Was Jesse not coming around as much at that time?
We'd only see Jesse, every once in a blue moon? That was it. If at the end of the night, he would come at the hand in the money type shit. He'd show up at like 2:15, 2:30. We'd always have to wait for him to show the fuck up to get our bread. So it wasn't like how it is now where the owner may be there. No, Jesse showed up after his nap and then showed up with the money.
God damn. That was it. Like, I know, like, DJs now, a lot of, shit, we all complain about fucking a lot of these, not just, I ain't gonna say venues, a lot of these clubs and bars, like, trying to lowball DJs, give them $100 a night and shit like that. Was Jesse paying good being that venue was that size? What y'all say?
Just depend on it.
Okay, all right.
A slow night, and like
you're just gonna get paid something regular, but if it's a concert, you're gonna get paid more.
We get some extras. Yeah.
Already, damn. So he did pay extra on concerts. He didn't just look at a concert like, oh, you're just getting paid. You're an employee, so you're still getting paid regular.
Because he would see how hard we bust my ass. Because like I said, everybody think this whole running around when they see me in the clubs doing what I do, or getting hype or whatever, or doing what it is, or talking and DJing at the same time. I did that stuff when we was Hypnotic. I would go and fuck with people while you stand there, or talk to them, or run up behind them and do things. I got you into it.
Yeah.
And so when Jesse seen them go and get fish bowls back in the day, for all y'all don't know what a fish bowl is, it was, imagine that big ass fish bowl, a glass bowl.
That you put a goldfish in.
That you put a goldfish
whenever
in.
you like in kindergarten, that big ass thing your mama buy you.
Just without the little square round top like it do, it got them little flower top or whatever, and that was your $5 fish bowl, whatever you wanted. And a lot back then was Incredible Hulks.
So hold on, because I didn't go to Hypnotic that much. I ain't gonna lie, I never went to Hypnotic for a regular club night. I only went to club. I only made it to Club Hypnotic probably about a handful of times, and they was all just for concerts and shit like that. So a $5 fish bowl consisted of whatever I wanted.
Yep.
So if I could get Grey Goose
and Sprite, it would be in that fish bowl.
That big ass fish bowl.
$5.
What?
I mean, it wasn't that big.
It was like this big. So you imagine, like I said,
them hoes were big, bro, because I remember seeing them motherfuckers sitting there, and them motherfuckers, like, you drank one, you gonna be full. Like, you gonna be fucked up if you drinking one. So he didn't have like a house special like liquor, like what? Like he didn't have like we
had certain things like how they have back then. You got the.
But I'm saying like the fish bowl, like a $5 fish bowl. Somebody just says, "Oh, I want a $5 fish bowl." The waitress is or the bartender is automatically gonna ask you like, "What do you want?" Or she's not just gonna put like some house juice type shit in there.
No, they'll put whatever you want in there.
Okay,
like that. But a lot of people had their certain rum and cokes, the Hennies and cokes or whatever like that, and they get them in regular.
Hypnotic was live, bro. Like that was a fucking time, bro.
Yep.
For real?
Yeah, they had us go get them all. I'm telling you.
God damn. Oh, this is what I was gonna ask too. Shit. Oh, she said cherry bobs too. Shout out Heidi De Leon, whoever you are too.
Yeah.
Let us know where you tuned in from, Heidi.
They had a bunch of cherry bombs and stuff.
What was cherry bombs?
It was basically like a shot, but back then they would put cherries.
And Hypnotic was known for like cheap drinks too, right?
Yeah,
like a motherfucker. Shit. God damn, man.
And back then it was them white cups with them red cups. Now was the white cups. That's how the drinks was.
Hell yeah. And I want to ask y'all this earlier too, because you said, and you had talked about it too on Monday, Dynamite too, about how y'all would have to leave the vault or leave a club and run to the radio station to go switch it over. Was that a job that someone else should have had that y'all were just doing? Shouldn't that have been like a runner?
That should have been the radio program director's job, but his lazy ass was at home asleep, or he was at the club drunk.
And that's Little Richard at
the
time?
At that time, no. Little Richard didn't. At that time, Little Richard left.
Okay. And who came after Little Richard? Or y'all went a while without a program director?
Joel. Remember? No, Rick. The dude name was Rick.
He said it like he wasn't too fond of him.
Rick, man.
What, Rick came in there trying to make some changes and shit?
Yeah, he did a whole bunch
of I'm getting, whenever Little Richard left, is that like kind of like whenever like all the changes started to happen and shit?
Yes.
Was like Little Richard like the last of like the OGs, like you would say?
Besides Dynamite? Yes.
But Dynamite came like a little bit later. I guess Little Richard was probably there with like Elite One and fucking like Nap One and all them type shit already.
So like I said, besides Dynamite being the last one, Little Richard was the last of them. And when he left, it was like everything. Don't get me wrong, we had our good times, but it was like all the good shit that we could do and happen just left out the window with him because all the contacts and everything, everybody fucked with Little Richard. Didn't nobody really like Rick. this old ugly motherfucker. You know what I mean? But in general.
But Rick didn't last that long?
No.
And then after Rick was Joel?
Yeah, for a little while. And then after that, then after that, Ed O'Connors came in. That's when I was there. Because that's when we brought Arlene and Ed O'Connors.
Okay, yeah, he was talking about that.
Yeah.
Man, come on the camera. Dynamite shit. Let me go get Dynamite on the camera. Let me get him set up, y'all.
Yeah, because like I said, when Rick left, Joel came in. Joel was like he wasn't really a program director. He was just there to help do what he did. Then that's when they brought in Ed O'Connors and Miss Arlene. And that's when we still had the vault. Because, as a matter of fact, I got a picture when they first became part of the team. We stand at the vault, and it's me, Dynamite, Ed, and Arlene all together like that, and it goes to the new 102.9 crew. Because,
they were like radio legends and shit from like Z95 back in the day and shit like that. Hell yeah. Damn, man. Man, I want to know some motherfucking. So, were you there? You were there whenever Cielo popped off? What was the difference, would you say, if there was a difference from Cielo and Hypnotic? Because I know we were talking on Monday, and Dynamite had said that he was basically trying to Cielo was like his, not entry, but his going back into like the Tejano, trying to open up a Tejano club that was something different from a hip-hop club. But then basically Hypnotic had started like dying down, so he eventually started doing the hip-hop concerts there. Yeah. But he never did nothing other than like concerts at Cielo. He never just did like a hip hop night at Cielo or nothing like that.
No, Cielo was basically his return of Yellow Rose, right? Yeah.
Already.
That's all it was. Just a big. He had the same size of Hypnotic, basically a little more square footage.
So what was bigger? That's what I was going to ask you too. What was bigger, Cielo or Hypnotic?
Hypnotic was bigger. Cielo was like almost to the
size. It was just more. It had more, I guess you would say, more of a layout. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it was the old HEB. So
already.
How HEB was, like I said, if you take all the miles and food court and all
that shit. Yeah, hell yeah. We were looking at videos the other day and shit. Hell yeah.
Imagine just a main big ass bar from when you walked into the end of the other side where a bar, and then that hole from the stage all the way to wrap around and outside. Because he had an outside patio. The outside patio, you could, stand about 50 people standing outside when we would come out. So at least 50 more people outside, and including the damn near, I want to say the club could hold almost 13 to 200.
But I'm also guessing, so being on stage, you're DJing or hosting a show and you're looking into the crowd.
It's a crazy
feeling. Cielo probably looks more like it's more packed because it's more like an intimate setting, whereas Hypnotic was a little bit more wide open, would you say?
Wide open, yeah.
And Hypnotic, Cielo was just, being on stage, if you're looking at the crowd, it looks like, like they like this shit's packed as fuck right here.
Let me see.
Oh, shit.
See, we gonna see.
Did y'all ever go like out of town with like? Well, I know Dynamite has said something about doing like a tour, but would y'all ever like go out of town and do like remotes and shit like for 102, like Beeville, or go to like Alice and do like a car line and do a remote or some shit like that? Like, would y'all ever do shit like that?
Yeah, we used to do that. Mm-hmm. And then we also used to do shows too out there, like Beeville.
Like he'd promote like a little flip show or something like that.
Yeah, like all the little towns out there.
Oh shit, damn.
Like 5 Footy is and all that shit.
That's Cielo?
Yeah, that's one of our shows we did out there. I think that was the flip show I brought over there.
Damn.
Yeah, because I brought Zero and Flip. Dynamite's right there, DJ, and I'm right there with
Man, you're going to have to send me that. I got to post that tomorrow for Throwback Thursday, man. Yeah, damn.
That's a CM boy. I'm telling you, he was in the back with everybody doing what we did.
Yeah, you got to send me that for Throwback Thursday, man. Y'all be able to look out for them posts tomorrow for Throwback Thursday, man.
That's the feeling it is, with all the people yelling with you and getting ready for it, and they yelling with you, yelling.
And y'all basically like kids, bro. Like, basically shit.
And people, grown folks looking up to us and hollering at us and buying us drinks and wonder, man, can I take a picture with you and all this? So, like I said, to experience that at that age when we were doing everything and to see the DJs that are doing things, like I said, it's crazy. To experience it, I hope they get to experience it. Because we did. We didn't have to big venues or American Banks or whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We had us. So to have that same
niggas wasn't doing no shows at the Coliseum back in the day.
Yeah, they wasn't doing that. And no.
Well, you better take your ass to goddamn it. What are you trying to do, bro?
Man, we're not putting you at the Omni. You going to stay at the Red Roof Inn. What you talking about?
Come see that goddamn shit. Take me back to the hotel, man. Shit, goddamn, man. Man, we're talking about too. Dynamo that talk. We're talking on Monday too. Man, y'all gotta go back and watch the news episode we did on Monday. Dynamo was talking about a little bit about some Hypnotic and CL history too, about how somebody start shooting at y'all in the fucking park. Was you there when they start shooting in the parking lot? He said a bartender's was it the bartender's dude?
Yeah, bartender's
ex-dude, yeah.
Ex. Start shooting.
God damn, what are some other crazy times that you remember besides that, like the J-Dawg and shit like that? Did any other fucking rappers or concerts start riots or anything like that?
We end up, we had you remember this one, when when Twister went on tour and they tried to sell him that quick, they tried to promote, we had to promote him in that 2 weeks or whatever.
No, it was a week.
A week. We had a week we had a week notice to promote Twister coming to Corpus. Didn't nobody show up to this motherfucking combo, 6 people.
What?
Hypnotic? Yes, 6 people.
God damn.
6 people. So his security guard, our security guards and them are there. We cool with them, all of them. You know what I mean? Big Jess and all them. And they like Cracker and them. And all y'all security and shit already. They're talking to them and they're talking noise to us. Well, their security guard talking shit to me. And Dynamite, I was like, hey, it ain't our fault that we couldn't say y'all. We had a week notice. He's like, man, fuck y'all. This. So our security guard and them start beating up on Twisting them security guard.
What? The Twister perform?
Hell no, Twister perform. He got his ass back in that little Escalade and sat there while his bodyguard got beat up.
Oh, man. God damn, man. Did you ever get to do teen shows at Hypnotic?
Yeah, we did. When they changed it, when they redid Hypnotic, or when we rechanged the floors and all that, I did 2 of them with him.
Oh, really?
That was it.
Yeah, that was like Cali Swag.
Yeah, the Cali Swag.
Oh, they came for a teen show and shit?
Yeah,
damn.
That's when we brought them down here and we did the
Cali
teen.
Swag District, and then I think Slim Thug, we had a teen show and
he did 2 shows?
Yeah, he did 2 shows. It was an all-age show and then
Slim Thug had the shits too.
What you mean?
And they had the bubble guts, nigga. And they had them bubble guts.
God damn.
So it was I think the teen show was from 5 to 6 to 9 or 5 to 8 or something like that. And then we went to live feed at 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, I think it was. Yeah, 9 to 11 was the live feed, because when I cut off at 11, you knew it was going back to radio. We cutting off, the show's about to start. Type shit, you know what I mean? So other than that.
Did Hypnotic have different dressing rooms, or was just one big dressing room in the back for the artists?
Just one big when you walked in, the pool tables was to the left.
Mm-hmm.
The start of them was to the left, and then you would see the stage. And when you walk towards the pool tables, it was a room that would lead you up onto the stage.
Yeah, the bigger artists, there used to be a back door that we used to let them in. Yeah. And then Zero and all that, they used to go into the lobby
and stuff. Scarface would go through the side right there. Who else? Was it E40?
So then we had Mike Epps in there too.
Yeah, we had Mike Epps.
The after party.
It's a bunch of things that's happened in Hypnotic.
And then the last teen night that we did, with that big ass teen riot.
Yeah.
What the fuck? A bunch of teenagers fighting?
Yeah. It was the packiest teen night ever.
It was everybody sent everybody. This is before social media, y'all. This is before y'all's Facebooking and all this other shit. 2,000 of y'all individuals, and y'all know who y'all was back then. You're adults now. You're adults now, so you know who you is, because we had to stop y'all's asses. So, it was when it was almost time to go. It was because it was only last teen hour. It lasted for 3 hours.
Once a teen night was from 6 to 11.
No, it was 6
to 11.
Before curfew type shit. Curfew was at 11:30, 12 o'clock here in Corpus back then.
11, nigga. Shit, it wasn't no 11:30. Nigga, curfew back in the day was 11 o'clock, bro. Straight up.
It was about, every Thursday we used to have team.
Yeah, every Thursday nights because we had to. No, it was It was every Thursday because we.
Was it during the summer though?
Yeah,
hell yeah. I remember they used to have them.
Thursdays was the teens and Fridays was for adults. That's how we did it because we did the commercials. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it was packed. I'm like, God damn, there's a shitload of fucking kids in here.
They can't fight, nigga.
Yeah, and then like our security guards, like we had like 2-3 security guards.
Not expecting this is how it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is one of them things that you thought it was only gonna be a little 100, 200 kids. No,
it was like 2,000.
2,000 motherfuckers. So all these kids from everybody from social media, they all drove around and telling each other it was during school at Coles and all that crap. We were all going to Hypnotic.
And we're gonna fight.
It all got out. And it just went around the city to where every damn high school was in that club that night. Every damn high school was in that club that night.
They was probably on AIM. That's what they was on.
The AOL backup, they were dialing up. They were dialing up on each other. You got mail. Go to Hypnotic tonight, man. It's going down. Yeah. Send it to 20 of your friends on your little AOL people running.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
Yeah, I was DJing.
Yeah, because I MC for it. Yeah. I was over there talking about it. I switched over with him. He was coming over there to switch off with me so we can just get off and do our regular, you know what I mean? We had to finish the club out like that. And then next thing we know,
Barstool just flies.
Damn.
So we had the first Boondocks here in Corpus before that whole incident with the chair. They do showing Boondocks or in Alabama with the chairs.
Yeah.
We did the first chair shit here in Corpus, man. Hypnotic.
So all these little kids started throwing fucking shit, the bar stools, the fucking drinks.
Grabbing goddamn cue sticks and trying to swing on people. They look like a Ninja Turtle movie in that hole.
Our security guards like, what the fuck? Like, we can't fucking punch them. Like,
yeah.
the way we do
we can't, you can't knock them out. We can't fuck them up.
We could grab them, but we gotta be careful. Like,
because we know, because we never know who kid we grabbing.
Yeah.
Had to call CCPD to come and fucking help us.
Damn, they came and broke it up.
And like it was funny because
was it like right when it ended or was it like in the middle of the
night?
Right
when it ended.
It ended. Like they stayed, like had a good time, whatever, and then all right, the last 10 minutes.
It's time.
Yeah, everybody knew it's time. It's about to go down.
J-Dawg or anything like that.
No J-Dawg was played that night just for y'all.
That's the first thing Jesse told me.
He said, "Do not play J-Dawg."
Damn.
I was playing Walk It Out.
So how did it get to the point where he was like, no first 48?
Because every time we played it,
even on regular club night,
every club night, somebody was gonna get mad. And that was like the hood like Corpus anthem to fight. If you heard first 48 played by Dynamite or Hurricane, you was gonna fight.
God damn. So how does he tell y'all, like, don't play that shit? Y'all at the radio station? Y'all at the club? Like, he calls y'all, texts y'all? Like,
we at the club. Matter of fact, I think we was at the club. The first time when he seen it is because he came to the concert himself. And he was there and he seen some of the, you know what I mean, what was going down. But he, like I said, Hypnotic Jesse had a back office behind the bar type shit. So you didn't ever go to see his office unless you knew how to get to it from the side or through the back, you know what I mean? So when he came out and seen it, he seen the whole fight going on. You know what I mean? From the whole point of view of being behind the bar.
Yeah.
After that shit happened, that's when we got out of work that night. Don't ever play that damn song again, man.
Damn.
It was so bad we took it out of rotation.
God damn, man.
So, yeah. Sorry, Corpus. Y'all just didn't.
Fucked it up.
Y'all fucked it up.
He never
shout out to
J-Dawg.
Shout out to J-Dawg, my nigga, though. But hey, can't book him no more. But hey, it was what it was. That was like the Corpus Hood fight anthem, man. You heard first 48, and it was somebody was going to lay on the floor.
Man, I'm gonna run through some names. You just tell me if they came through fucking Hypnotic or not. Fucking Pimp C.
Yeah.
Fucking y'all said Slim Thug already. Chameleonaire.
Yep.
Damn, for real?
Yep.
Paul Wall and all. I see Paul Wall, Chameleonaire, at Hypnotic whenever I was a teenager. Matter of fact, it wasn't Hypnotic. It was Yellow Rose still. Whenever I saw him, I was like 16 years old when I saw the niggas. But they came later on, too. Shit, that's what's up.
Paul Wall came, I guess, when they did the Day Hell Broke Loose 3. They had that tour going on with Kiki and Young Red and all them.
They all came too?
Yeah.
Damn.
So Kiki and them, they all came.
Was Jesse like trying to throw like, was that like his goal? Like we gotta have a show once a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was to keep the crowd coming back to the club. So if we played good, if we played the music and did right, we kept you in the club and you talked about it, man. It was like a routine back in the day. You knew Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays it was going to be at Hypnotic or downtown. Or if you didn't like Southside, you can always hit the Hypnotic, always. Sundays was Quiet Storm Sundays that we started back in the day. So Sundays was grown folks, 25 and up, and we used to pack that hoe out too back then.
And then sometimes we get we got lucky to get those like all these big artists and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like half of them were like it was promo. Like it was a
promo run.
Like
yeah.
I remember when we doing a show, we were doing.
So they weren't even getting. Jesse wouldn't even have to pay for these artists. Damn.
Hey, we did a Saturday. It was just a regular Saturday, no club night. I mean, no show night or nothing like that. And Billy Cook pulls up on us, and we're like, he walks over to the dynamite. He's like, "Hey, I want you to play this," and he gives it to him. We didn't really know who
Billy Cook was.
Is that like we didn't know it's general. I knew he was, but I didn't like recognize him like that.
Yeah.
Like, so he gets the mic and he goes to the middle of the dance floor and starts. Cupid. Yeah, just came in and started singing and doing what they do, man. Like we had a bunch of people that just came through and showed love because of how we were. Like,
and their fucking radio, I mean, their labels were basically sending them on the promo runs and fucking doing this shit. Damn, that's what's up. R&B acts, Genuine, shit like that. Would he do R&B acts or he would just do hip hop? He would do R&B and shit?
Houston.
Yeah, Marcus Houston came through.
Bobby Valentino.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Jay Valentine.
Yeah,
Jay Valentine came through. It's been so many different people that's just in general that we've done.
God damn, man. Y'all shit was live, man. God damn. I gotta give it up to y'all, man.
Yeah, it's crazy because like these artists were like when they barely came
Yeah. I remember when they were in
their prime, but they just getting that label money, or they just right before they were getting signed, but they still had us booked. So they still had to we got them for that. Say they got high on they album label type shit. Now he worth 50, but we still got him on contract for 15.
Or shit, you might even got them for free, like you were saying, because they're on a radio promo run, they can't get paid because that's part of their contract shit.
Some of them type shit, you know what I mean? But the ones we did get good, and then the ones we did good, we just kept bringing them back because of
He would build up like good relationships with these peoples and shit like that. He was never like, they never looked at him like as a janky promoter, because he was the promoter himself, right?
Yep. We promoted every goddamn thing, damn it.
But he was the one that was basically paying out of pocket and like doing.
He didn't have to pay it because it's his radio station.
Damn.
So why you got to pay to promote yourself? No, he just paid us to promote.
No, but I'm saying like the show, like he's the one who's paying for the artist. So if
sometimes
like that Twister show, pretty sure he probably paid Twister, so he probably took a loss that night. If whatever, the only 6 people showed up type shit.
But on that one, I think that was because Twister was just on that little tour, little run, and
because he was on a radio run already.
But other than that, it wasn't like how other shows were now. He didn't have to promote or nothing, do everything. We were the promotion because he owned the radio station and the club. So all we do is talk about it because we're on the radio. The promotion is to bring them to the club.
Yeah.
And half the time, if they did get it, it was like.
Would he try to put him like, okay, Zero's coming down to Corpus. He knows Zero's gonna be here. Would he try to like get Zero to get on the radio and do like a drop or a shout out to get people to show up to the club? Mm-hmm. Or that would be something that would have to be put in the contract and shit like that.
He would just ask him, or we would just ask him. It'd be
And then like Zero, like all the like Texas artists and shit like that.
Yeah, they started a lot of this shit down here.
Like we're urban hip hop, so like we're like the first ones that were playing their music.
Yeah.
So they always show love to Jess and stuff like that. Like they used to call in to do interviews or just show up.
Like A-Baby, Dero.
Oh shit, yeah, fucking goddamn Hurricane Chris and shit.
Yeah, we did all this stuff before they was what they was when they blew up like that. We were doing all them.
Damn, man, that's fucking loud, man. Man, for sure, man. Well, shit, y'all got any other radio stories before we get up out of here, man? Shit.
Tell them about your almost wanting to fight Zero.
Oh yeah. Tell them about that, man.
All right, so we're Hypnotic. Shit was packed, and I don't know if like the local artists kind of pushed back the time, But Jesse had the concerts need to be done the latest 2:15.
We got to get out of these people, man. And then we know the cops gonna be outside hassling us too.
So no concerts really past 2:15. Well, this concert was already like
2:30,
2:25.
And he hadn't even went on stage yet?
No, like he was on
stage.
Okay.
But we had to cut him short. But he'd only done 2 songs. I think he did.
No. Like he done like 6, 7 songs.
I said, but he was on his last 2. I think he wanted to do or something like that.
He was on his last 2 songs, and Jesse told the sound guy, "Hey, shut it off already.
Like, cut that shit."
So I was DJing, and fucking zero thought I fucking shut the shit off. So like he looked at me. He's like, "What the fuck? Like why you turn like why you like fucking cut down my music and shit like that? Why you turned it off?" I'm all shit. It's the sound guy over there. Like I pulled out my headphones and it was still playing in the fucking background, and literally he wanted to fucking fight me. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, so we got off the stage. I'm all shit. That was the fucking sound guy. Like, and he's like, nah, like I was just in the moment and shit like that. I was fucking pissed off and shit like that. But yeah. Like we squashed it real quick.
God damn.
Because I done fucking shows with them, so he already know and shit like that. But it was just the moment.
And you know, a lot of times after the shows, you think these artists would go somewhere and do a bunch of shit. Nigga, you know, a lot of times I used to go meet up with Big Pokey and go eat at Denny's on Navigation or Zero and them or Trey and them.
Yeah.
Just meet up and go eat at Denny's and just sit there and talk about not even music shit, just talk about some worldly stuff or some, you know what I mean, the other industry shit. It was crazy how much you think you would see this artist what they do.
Yeah.
But outside of it, when you just get to know them and see them, they're a whole different person. Like ESG was a person that was always about money.
Yeah, he down to earth as fuck.
You know what I mean? So he was always, man, let's go get something to eat type shit. You know what I mean?
Man, what's the rumor? And I can't remember if I asked this before. Like maybe I asked Dynamite doing his interview, but I be smoking all the time, so I forgot that. The Mexicans was going to whoop Zero, took Zero's chain after the concert or something that he got on the stage and basically said, where all the niggas at? It ain't nothing but Mexicans at my show every time I come to Corpus.
Yeah.
Did that happen or not?
Yeah.
You was there?
I was in the back. I was there, but I wasn't part of that show. I was doing the radio at that time.
Already.
And I went over next door, you know what I mean, to go see it. Well, I think, didn't he end up getting it back in Northside?
I can't remember exactly what happened, but I just remember hearing the story about Zero being fucking said something about nothing but Mexicans be here at my shows, and every time I come to Corpus Christi and the Mexicans get mad in the crowd, and supposedly after they jumped him or they chased him to his hotel, took his chain. I don't remember exactly how the story went, but it was something along them lines.
Yeah, it was one incident like that, but you know how everybody twist shit up.
Heard another story that somebody almost ran over Lil O, or somebody almost ran over Zero in front of Club Hypnotic. I don't know, like, man, it would be so many rumors of, like, the Club Hypnotic, like, bro, you gotta realize, like, and y'all even know, too, it was just so many rumors about Club Hypnotic floating around back in those days. It was like, damn near.
Man, did you hear somebody got hit and ran and hit my cousin? That nigga, your cousin didn't get hit. She slipped in that big ass.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like the myth, the Club Hypnotic. It was like the whole myth, the Club Hypnotic, bro, like a motherfucker.
I know I seen you at Club Hypnotic, bitch. You didn't see me in no parking lot Hypnotic. Man, that boy was at Hypnotic last weekend in the parking lot, man. Oh, man.
That was my twin.
That was my twin. You know what I'm saying?
That parking lot had potholes like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. And it got worse.
It got worse when it rained over the years.
Like that,
Nigga, you had to park damn near a block away in the parking lot to go walk up to the station.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, they fixed them, and then, like, 2 weeks later, the shit back even bigger and shit. I'm like, come on, Jess. Like, fucking just pay the money.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Oh, he was just having people just come fill the holes and
fill
shit.
It up, yeah.
Yo, man, just fucking redo the whole
shit like
lot.
the way the city does right now.
God damn, man. Man, for sure, man. We about to step up out of here. Y'all be going for damn almost 2 hours and shit already, man. Let everybody know where they can follow you at one more time before we get up out of here, Hurricane. Let everybody where you DJing at, what you got going on now before we get up out of here, too.
Y'all can catch me at the Bridge. We doing R&B After Dark. Be a DJ Bama. And then Fridays, Saturdays, we over there. If I'm not with them, you can catch me with my brother DJ Dynamite over there at Mandy's or wherever he doing his things, me. We got a little work, some shows in the work coming out with Big Mama Production. Shout out to Mama. I got some stuff with J Boogie in the lineup. We're gonna do.
Already
shout out
tuned
to
in
my
right now.
folk.
Shout out J Boogie, man.
Shout out Blackness. So it's some things we got working for the city. So shout out to all the DJs. Shout out to all the artists out there doing what we doing. it's time for Corpus to show what we're really worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Shit, Larry, how was the bridge after the concert, bro? I saw they said the line was all the way around.
The line looked like an old days club. Shout out to DJ Fame. I applaud you and I salute you for what you did for the city, my G.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it was one of them nights. It was packed. People was pushing, trying to get into the club. They was jumping barriers. Like it wasn't as bad.
Shoulder to shoulder?
Yeah, it was shoulder to shoulder. You couldn't get through there for nothing. Boy, it was packed. Like I give it to them, you know what I mean? It was packed in there. So it was a good turnout. You know what I mean? A lot of people couldn't get in because how packed it was. But in general, it was a good turnout.
Hell yeah, man. So let everybody know where they can follow you at, man.
You can follow me at Facebook, Snapchat. I already know what it is. Dre DJ Hurricane Brown. And it is what it is, baby.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask you. How did you come up with the name DJ Hurricane?
The name came about because of this man right here.
Okay.
We had before, if anybody really knew me back in the day, I used to call myself Chaotic.
Okay.
And it just didn't sound right when I would talk.
Was DJ Chaotic or just Chaotic?
It was Chaotic.
Already.
And it just didn't sound right. And I wasn't really DJing like that. So one night we were doing this show and we're like, you know what, we're gonna have a call in to see what my new co-host, you know what I mean, should be called, because he's like, I can't stand his fucking name, this, that, you know what I mean? So he's like, we're gonna get a call in. So we waited, I think for an hour, people called in and wanted to change it because you know what I mean? So he kept getting names and different things, and I was like, you know what is this city so scared of? He was like, what? I said, you know what, we scared of hurricanes. I was like, you know what? That's my name. He was like, you sure? I said, yeah. He was like, how you gonna spell it? Like hurricane? I said, nigga, the way it's spelled, hurricane. What the fuck you mean? So after that, I became DJ Hurricane.
He said he was Shaker Man.
Who the hell said Shaker? No, you gonna go. Ooh, Shaker Man gonna get you for that boogie, boy. You know who I'm talking about, boy.
God damn.
Yeah, no, it was chaotic. And then after that, once I got official and the city liked it, Jesse and them liked it, he liked it, I got it tatted, branded, and did what I did.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Hey, man. Hey, before we get up out of here, man, not even before we get up out of here, we about to get up out of here, man. It's DJ Lil King, DJ Dynamite. Appreciate the guest, DJ Hurricane, stepping in today, man. Take us out one more time, man, with one of them classic 102.9 The Bomb outros, man.
See, I need my brother on this one, too. I need him. I need you to do, you got to bring it into it like we used to.
Shit. I'm retired now.
Come on, man. One more time, man.
Already. Blazing hip hop and R&B 102.9, man. This is the Riding High podcast. You chilling in with their boy DJ Dynamite, DJ Lil King, and your boy DJ Hurricane, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, that was locked in and loaded, man. Be sure to check them out next time and next week in the same time. You know what it is. Stay up on your feet. You know what it is, man. You can find us everywhere in the streets. We out here, baby.
Hey.